Okay, here you have accomplished getting your chain. So for this lesson, you need to chain about 15. That's what I've got here. I've got 15 chains, and we're going to learn the single crochet. Now this can be a scarf if you make it really long, or it can be a little tiny washcloth scrubby if you make it just a little square. So what you're going to learn with a single crochet is the basic stitch of crochet. So you've got your chain on your hook that you just did, and you've got one chain right here. These are each called loops. So you don't want to go back into this loop, because if you do, it's the same one you're on right now. Okay? This is the loop your hook is actually in, but if you go through this one, that's where your yarn comes through. I hope you can see that right there, because you're going to count 2 loops back. You're going to go 1, 2, and go right in here. And you're going to do the same thing as the chain. You're going to pull it through 1 loop. Then you've got 2 loops on your hook, and you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to pull it through both of these loops. So you're going to take your hook, loop it under your yarn, twist your hook as you come through, and then come through 2 loops. And that is your first single crochet. Okay? If the first one didn't work out too well, just continue with me. We're going to go down all the way here and do single crochets. If you have a bowl for your yarn ball, you can pull your yarn out where it's easier to work with. Okay, so let's go in the next loop. You don't want to go in this one because your yarn is coming out of that one right there. You want to go into this next one. Okay, so this is your second single crochet. You're going to twist your hook around and grab your yarn and bring it right through that loop right there. And you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to do the same thing again. And then let your hook twist with your hand. Okay? And try to keep the tension here that you pull. You're not really pulling, you're just kind of holding the yarn steady. Okay? Some people crochet looser and some people crochet tighter. So it just depends on what you do to how you need to adjust that. So we're going to do another single crochet. You're going to go, you've got a loop on your hook. You're going to go in the next loop. And you're going to grab your yarn with your hook, slowly twisting your hook. You're going to pull it through that loop you just went in and kind of pull it up where they're both about the same height. Then you're going to grab your yarn again, let your hook twist with your hand, just like you practiced in the chain, and you're going to pull it through both of those loops. Okay? Looks a little funky, but that's okay. Just keep going and practice the stitch all the way down your chain, okay? And what I want you to do is the way you did your chain, you're going to practice the single crochet the same. Some people need about a week to do this and just do it every single day, okay? So you've got a loop on your hook. You're going to go in the next hole. Your hook is going to naturally flow and turn as you do your stitch. You're going to pull it through that 1 loop, and then you've got 2 loops on your hook. You want them about the same height. And then you're going to do the same thing as the chain, except you're going to pull it through both of these loops. Okay? Let your hook naturally move. And you see just now I moved my fingers to go to the next stitch right here. And when I did that, it naturally slid the yarn through my fingers to give it a little bit of leeway there. Okay? So you put your hook in, loop under the yarn, and pull it through the hole. The yarn slides through your fingers there. You kind of pull it out to where they're level. Loop under your yarn. It's sliding through your fingers and your hook is twisting around as you move your hand. And you're going to loop it right through that hole. Then when you move your hand down, the yarn moves with you. It's just going to move. Okay? So you move your fingers down to the next stitch. And then we're going to go. Got one loop on the hook. Get in this stitch, in this loop. Let your hook twist around the yarn. Grab it one time. Pull it through. Even these up a little. See, I moved my finger here to grab this to give it more leverage or stability, whatever you want to call it there. And then you grab your yarn with your hook, flip it through, and pull it through both loops. So you have one loop on your hook. We're going to move our fingers and watch the yarn through my fingers. When I move my fingers to the next stitch, the yarn automatically pulls right through because you're not pulling it, you're just stabilizing it. And then you're going to take your hook and go through the hole, loop under your yarn, and your hook twists around. You grab your yarn up here, and I'm going to move my fingers and grab my yarn again and come through both of those loops. Now, if you need to rewind this and go back to the beginning, that's fine. Do that as many times as you need because this stitch is a foundation stitch for crochet. Once you learn this stitch, the other stitches will become easier to learn. So just focus on the chain and the single crochet for right now. And once you get those, you will be able to do the other stitches and we can learn those together as well. I will go into more stitches after we get these. So loop through. This is a super beginner series, and I will do as many stitches as needed. And that way, some people who have not learned crochet yet will be able to learn because it is a very fun, relaxing hobby. But if you learn these foundation stitches really well, then you will be able to do this. You just got to take a lot of practice, a lot of time. Now, if you're going to do the very end of this, once you get all the way to the end, you see that right there? You've got one stitch left, and then your knot where it's tied. So you go through the last stitch, loop around, kind of pull them up, and go through. And I tried to do that really slowly where you could see what was going on as I went, even though I was talking. If you need to watch this again, go back and watch it again. Just make sure you get your slip knot, your chain, and your single crochet really strong. And then after that, the other stitches will come easier. I will continue to put videos in the Super Beginner Crochet Lessons list. So just be looking for those as you learn. I'm excited for you learning crochet, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye. This particular set of videos is especially for the very new beginner, super beginner crocheter. So if this is helpful, just give it a like and give it a subscribe. I'm going to do a whole series on the super beginner crochet lessons. So continue to look for more videos, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.